The first type of noun function we're going to talk about is a subject. Subjects are nouns that act in a sentence or that are, meaning that they are somehow in a state of being. The subject of a sentence is a noun phrase that tells who or what the sentence is about. Remember that a noun phrase consists of a noun and any articles or adjectives that describe that noun. The subject of the sentence is the noun that performs an action or a state of being, depending on which verb follows it. For the most part, subjects will come before verbs in your sentences. That's how you'll know what a subject is. The only exception comes when we flip subjects and verbs in questions. A sentence may have more than one subject if it has more than one verb. If you have a noun phrase followed by a verb, whether it's a linking verb or an action verb, the noun phrase that comes before the verb and does the action or being is the subject. Here are some examples. The little girl told her mother a lie. The little girl is my noun phrase subject. I know that it's my noun phrase subject because it comes before the verb told. I can ask myself who or what is doing the telling or who told. In this case, my answer is the little girl, so the little girl is my subject. Here's another example. The smallest angel sang a hymn of praise. I can ask myself, who sang? The answer is the smallest angel, so the smallest angel is my subject. We know that it's my subject because it comes before the verb sang, and it is doing the action of singing. Subjects will be the only types of noun functions that come before verbs and do the acting or the being. Here's an example of a sentence with two subjects, because there are two verbs. In this sentence, my mother is doing the baking. So my mother is the subject of the verb baked. However, somebody else is doing the frosting of the cake, in this case, Alice. Because Alice is doing the action of frosting, Alice is the subject of the verb frosted. Because there are two verbs, there are two subjects in this sentence. Here's an example of a pronoun and a question that sort of flip-flops the order of subject-verb. Here we find you, the subject of the sentence, in between the helping verb do and the action verb know. You can still figure out the subject of the sentence by flipping it around. You could say, you do know the answer to the question. You could also say, who is doing the knowing? The answer is you, so you is the subject. My verb again is know, do is my helping verb. I can flip them, you do know the answer, to help me figure out my subject.